What's up guys, LJ Crypto back with another video. If you like my content, please subscribe, hit the share, like, and comments button, and always know that it is my goal to help you become financially free through the crypto market. So let's get started. So in this video, I want to talk about something that is pretty important to the future of crypto, not only in America but potentially in the whole world. And from what I've been hearing, usually when at least in terms of crypto, whatever is affecting whatever happens in crypto in terms of like politics and regulations and all that, usually other countries will follow along this. So this is the year the infrastructure bill was announced, and this has been in the making, I want to say, since August. And this is the infrastructure bill in which tax requirements, tax reports are set for crypto. Yeah, the requirements are different, and the infrastructure bill, it changes the definition of broker, and the way in which the infrastructure bill talks about this, defines this, makes it very confusing and potentially dangerous for everybody that's in the crypto space as a whole. Investors, developers, startups, miners, all of that. So I've talked about this guy before, Jake Chervinsky. I've shown him before. He's very intuitive, very has a lot of knowledge based on political things. He's a lawyer and all that. As you can see on this bio here, Twitter bio. So yeah, he has a long thread about the infrastructure bill, and yeah, let's get into this because a lot of information here. So let's start reading this thread, which was coincidentally made on my birthday. So, full update on the infrastructure bill. So yeah, President Biden signed the bill into law on Monday, which was about last week at the time I'm recording this. And the crypto tax provisions that were set are to take effect starting 2024, the very beginning of 2024. And due to all the corruption of this, these provisions, several members of Congress have proposed bills / amendments to fix this. So as a reminder, the infrastructure bill imposed tax reporting requirements on an unknown but possibly massive number of actors in crypto, even where compliance is possible: miners, validators, software developers, wallet providers, NFT creators, and more. So yeah, the broker definition was expanded very broadly, and it gets to the point where it could potentially include other people that can't really necessarily participate in like KYC in the broker definition. So yeah, three main flaws of the bill: the broker definition, which will force nearly everyone in crypto to do tax reporting; the digital asset definition, which could apply to anything on the blockchain; and the cash transaction report expansion, which is the infamous 6050I provision. I believe the 6050I provision. So currently, when you have when you have a bank account, or when you have a bank account, I believe that's like over 10K, $10,000 that gets reported to the IRS. And I want to say currently that it's applicable with crypto in terms of taxes. Um, so yeah, well, I don't think that's final. I could be wrong as far as the 10K per transaction, but if this bill, passes, if this bill is, is up and running in 2024, then yeah, that will definitely be the case. Uh, the broker definition reads, any person who is responsible for regularly providing any service effectuating transfers of digital assets on behalf of another person. And like he says, this is what he says, it's widely overbroad and vague. And basically, you can't really tell who this applies to. And going up here, miners, validated software developers, wallet providers, NFT creators. I mean, these groups of people in crypto. I mean, they can't really. It's nearly impossible for them to even be able to be considered KYC users. It makes no sense for them to be a part of this broker definition. Now, if you're an investor or if you're actually an owner of the exchange, of a crypto exchange, yeah, that makes sense. But miners, validators, these people, there's no way for them to necessarily be a part of tax reporting requirements. And like validators, they will have to keep track of everybody who's, staking whatever crypto that is. It will be impossible for validators to keep track of whoever is, using their staking pool to, keep track of like taxes and all that, and how much they earn just staking. It makes no sense. So yeah, going to fifth thread, the digital asset definition reads, any digital representation of value recorded on a cryptographically secure distributed ledger or any similar technology as specified by the secretary. That is anything on a blockchain, no matter if reporting it makes sense or not. The infamous 6050I provision forces businesses to report all digital asset transactions worth more than 10K using the same anything on blockchain digital asset definitions, even NFT creators. So yeah, like I was saying before, basically transactions over 10K have to basically be reported to the IRS. Yep, pretty crazy. To be clear, everyone in the crypto industry agrees that folks should pay whatever taxes they owe. However, the bill treats everyone, even small businesses, as if they were financial institutions and imposes obligations for which compliance is literally impossible. So yeah, once again, this bill for crypto, these provisions, they're very broad and very insane, obligations that, the crypto space will have to do. So going into thread number 8, the bill also massively expands the government's warrantless surveillance regimen, places an unacceptable burden on the right to privacy, and creates unnecessary new cybersecurity risks by exposing sensitive information to a potential data breach. Yeah, so, as we know, crypto, blockchain is all about, decentralization and privacy. The blockchain is public, but, our identity is pseudonymous, and, our identity acts sort of as public addresses, but this tax provision on crypto, it will kind of defeat the purpose of that, and it will tamper with the privacy of our data, on the blockchain of crypto. And thankfully, many members of Congress agree, A large bipartisan group understands that the bill is unworkable in its current form and are dedicated to crafting a solution to it. A lot has already happened this week to make that possible. Um, so yeah, this is where the House and Senate stand. In the Senate, Senator Loomis and Senator Ron Wyden introduced a bill on Monday that looks a lot like the compromise amendment we rallied for in August. So yeah, this has been going on for about 3 months, 4 months. It doesn't change the bill's bad language. However, it adds a rule of construction to narrow the bill's scope. And yeah, we we need as much narrowing as possible to make things less scary. Senator Loomis and Wyden were our champions back then, and we owed them. Um, although this language was the best we could do in a bad situation, it isn't ideal. Yeah, let's try to do this right. Um, Another senator, Ted Cruz, introduced a bill Tuesday to repeal the tax provisions entirely. And sadly, this wasn't the case. No matter how much we like this bill, the political reality is Congress won't pass it and the president won't sign it. Then we go to the House. 10 Democratic members, led by these Democratic members, on Monday urging Pelosi. Yeah, these Democrats related to Pelosi, or Pelosi, I'm sorry, urging her to promote innovation and support a fix. That's the letter here. Then today, the day that this thread was made, this tweet, led by these guys, proposed a fix. This bill limits so any person who stands ready in an ordinary course of a trade or business to effect sales of digital assets at the direction of their customers, and this will exclude miners, developers, and others who it would be impossible to report, taxes. Miners, developers, validators, even NFT creators. I don't think NFT creators will even get into the scope of this, but yeah, all those people who can't report, that bill tries to, uh, break those people free from the bill's requirements. The bill amends the digital asset definition by eliminating the Treasury Secretary's authority to expand the definition even further. This is good. The definition is still pretty much anything on a blockchain, but the impact isn't nearly as bad, especially since the bill eliminates the 6050I provision, replacing it with an order for Treasury to do a study on the effect of expanding the cash transaction reporting requirement. I'm hopeful that the McHenry-Ryan bill has a chance to pass Congress. Yep. Basically, the fight doesn't end here. Yeah, that's basically about the gist of it. Hopefully, I didn't sound too bad reading this, but yeah. This is pretty. This sounds pretty dangerous for crypto. The broker definition is very broad, and it can apply to anybody. Miners, developers, NFT creators, miners. I mean, those people. It will be impossible for those people to comply with it, and if they don't, I mean, who knows what will happen? They could be known in America. They could be sent to jail and take their rights stripped away in terms of participating in crypto. So yeah, this bill sounds dangerous for crypto, and we have maybe 2 years to get this right. So hopefully we can make big changes to these tax provisions for crypto, in this infrastructure bill that was signed about last week. That is the end of the video. I hope you understand the state at which crypto is in terms of this infrastructure bill. I hope that made sense. Hopefully I didn't sound like a bunch of gibberish and then go through it too fast. But yeah, pretty informative stuff, pretty important for the state of crypto, in terms of its future. But once again, if you like my content, please subscribe, hit the share, like, and comments button. Turn on the notification bell whenever I come up with a new video. Check out the description below, and I will see you in the next one.